Hello, everyone, and welcome to another wonderful bonus episode on the Killer Kaiju podcast. As with last time on our last bonus episode, we are tackling the Friday the 13th franchise in all of its bloody glory.
And the best one.
Yes, and we are arguably debatable on the best one.
No.
And this one is called Friday the 13th, the final chapter. So that means this is the last movie, right?
Yep. 100%. Last movie.
Last movie
forever.
It's not like they hadn't made another 9 of these afterwards. But this is the final chapter. So in a grand scheme, I feel like this is the pivotal first mark of the series where it ends. And then the next era of Jason begins. This is like the Showa era. And then I'm not going to compare it to Godzilla, I swear. That might happen a little bit. But as we learned, though, on our last Godzilla podcast, they are kind of related. So because Steve Miner, who directed 2 and 3, did try and create a Godzilla film in 3D and failed. All right. With that being said, today is all about the man in the mask, so that we are going to get started and start this little shootout. Hockey joke, goalie. Okay. As always, guys, this is a commentary / podcast. If this is your first and only time on the podcast, you can either listen to it and just hear our fun facts, rantings, and opinions on the film, or you can watch along with us with the time countdown or the timestamp provided if you're watching this on YouTube. Alrighty, guys, we are watching, like always, there's not too many variations of these movies, so we are watching just the regular cut. It's not like extended by any means. It's just part of the Friday the 13th collection that we have gracefully been given, thanks to Josh.
Yay.
Because he's
a lot of them.
And while we're on that topic, obviously, guys, it is Josh and Lucas doing the podcast as always. We love you all.
Welcome back.
And we are ready to get our kill on. So let the body / boob count begin.
Let the bodies hit the floor. Don't get copyrighted.
We are hovering over the play button. Sorry, as long as it's under, I think it's like 3 seconds or 4 seconds.
My girlfriend didn't get that reference, and it makes me sad.
Oh, drowning pool. That's what you're going to have to do with her. All right. So on the count of 3, we will count down and begin this wonderful blood fest. Ready, folks? 3, 2, 1, action.
Go.
Surprised I haven't said that before with this being a movie podcast. 3, 2, 1, action.
Roll.
It doesn't make sense that I haven't done that before, but there's a first time for everything. So with this movie, I believe the last 2 were directed by, like we just quoted earlier, Steve Miner. This is the new director coming into play for this film. The director of this film, of course, I don't have it up. I'm just shitting the bed here. There's just so many great things I was looking for this film. Joseph Zito is the director of this one. And what else has he done, you ask? Well, not a whole lot. He's known for this movie mainly, but he's also done a missing in action film that was with Chuck Norris. And he did The Prowler, which he produced. Same with producer on Delta Force 1, The Lost Patrol. So let's just say he's just done this. Oh, and here we get the grand recount of the first 3 films, I guess, because, this is the final chapter, so they got to replay. This is something I don't like about this one.
I do like that because they started, like, if you just wanted to watch one Jason movie, you could basically just watch this one and you would know kind of like, oh, he's got a little bit of a backstory. He was a kid that drowned.
Yeah, but that's how you lose money, because then you're not roping them in to buy the other films. If they didn't do that, then people would be forced to buy the films. Now there's no point.
There's some lazy fuckers out there.
I guess.
Unlike me, who would watch these over and over again exactly and be like, ooh.
So I like these ones. So I would go and watch them all regardless, which I did and which we're doing right now.
Or for another person like me, in the sense of I watched the first 3 like 50 freaking times. So I could just start with this one and watch above, go from here on.
Death.
Slay, murder.
Would you say this is your favorite Friday film, Josh?
Yeah, probably.
I'd say it's a tie for me for this one and Jason Lives. Those are 2 of my favorites.
Like
Jason Lives is silly.
Really enjoy this. Tommy Jarvis.
Oh, well, we're on that topic. Yes, Mr. Corey Feldman is in this film. When I think Corey Feldman, I think 4 films always in my mind. I think of Stand By Me, The Goonies, Gremlins, and this movie.
Yeah.
Those are the 4 things I will always think of Corey Feldman for doing. And he's done just so much more. Like, it's such a an understatement and such an undermining to just say those are his 4 films, because he's been in so much. Like he was in The Lost Boys. He's done tons of voicing and tons of TV shows. Like up till this day, he still does voicing on movies.
All personal preference, but don't recommend checking out his band.
I recommend it. Check out his band.
I was not a fan. I like a lot of the stuff he does.
We get the exploding mask intro here.
And I like it's got the axe in it.
Well, yeah, continuity, bro.
It's one of my favorite masks, hands down.
Wow.
Wow.
The final chapter destroyed his mask, so it must be the last one. Or not. And as always, like the last film, it picks up immediately where the other film left off. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. I will always give kudos to the scores, whoever's doing the score in this movie. Oh yeah, Crispin Glover is in this one. The Thin Man, aka Marty McFly's dad. Is it Marty McFly? Is that his name? I'm not the biggest back
from like oh yeah, then yeah.
So yeah, George McFly, his father, Marty's father. That's George who he plays McFly in Back to the Future.
We should watch the Back to the Future movies. Boy,
they're not horror and they don't have monsters in them, so we'll see. It's got to fit the podcast criteria, my friend. So
I vote yes. Personal preference.
One thing that surprised me while we're on the topic of Crispin Glover while doing research, have you ever seen the Beowulf movie?
No.
You haven't seen the CGI one with Angelina Jolie and everyone in it?
Nope.
Oh, well, in the story of Beowulf, there's the Grendel, which is like this monster he slays in the book. And in the movie, it's this giant beast, and it's actually motion capped and performed by Crispin Glover. Really interesting, which is funny because I thought it kind of looked like him, but I thought I was just being mean. But it actually is him. So that's really cool then. Kudos to him and the people who are behind the special effects on that film, because it very much looks reminiscent of him, like if he was turned into this gross, hideous beast.
What movie I want to rewatch for some reason? This movie? The Fly.
It's funny that you say that. I was
thinking we watched Jurassic Park and fucking Jeff Goldblum, and I was like, man, I haven't watched The Fly in literally forever.
We will cover The Fly on this podcast. There's lots of cool practical effects movies. That's being one of the best practical effects movies
like
of all time.
Sci-fi kind of like
it's a monster movie.
Yeah, like
it counts.
The Fly is so cool.
2 films we will definitely be covering because, as obviously as a Godzilla fan, I am a huge fan of practical effects. Same with these movies. But these movies aren't done up to par like these movies are. Like these are good, but the 2 movies we definitely have to cover practical effects wise are definitely The Fly, the first remake of The Fly with Jeff Goldblum, and the outstanding work done in John Carpenter's The Thing.
Yes, please.
Which I have tons and tons, endless facts about The Thing. So that'll definitely be a wonderful podcast to do. We'll definitely have some guests for that one because that is a true landmark of a film. I would like to have someone on the podcast for that one who hasn't seen The Thing, which is pretty hard to find. But if we can find someone who hasn't seen The Thing, that would be cool.
I guaranteed Jill has never seen The Thing.
So
to be honest,
there we go. So once we figure that out, we'll definitely do The Thing because that'd be really cool. Interesting note for this one too. This is one of the only Friday movies where they actually went back to the old set from the movies and refilmed footage, because this is all reshot footage.
Yeah, and I like that we can chat right now how we were just shooting the shit about like horror movies, because they're basically recapping them, just going to pick up evidence at the old place. Like we're not missing anything, we're just getting a little bit of filler.
Oh yeah, it's all about that filler because, especially if you've seen these movies. By the way, folks, if this is your first time watching, we definitely recommend for these films that you watch them beforehand, because we will be talking spoilers for this movie and films coming after it as well. These are definitely films that we've both seen, so this is going to be spoiler filled. Unlike the usual kaiju and Godzilla films where one of us hasn't seen them. When there's a film we haven't seen, we'll hold light on the spoilers, but this is your spoiler warning. We will be spoiling the end of this film and future and past films of the Friday the 13th franchise. There's your warning. You have been warned. 7 kids and 3 bikers.
And one what we should do, and I know we're already like 4 films in, we should just make a body count. Because if that was
total body count.
Yeah, I mean, 7 and 3. What was the last movie? Like another 7, and the first movie, another 7. We're probably at like 20 bodies right now. 2 more movies and he's past Gacy. Guaranteed.
Oh my God. Yeah. Definitely.
I'm just saying.
He's probably, I mean, we should definitely count them up. We'll start with this movie. We'll keep a body count and then we'll add them up and we'll continue this with the franchise. And we'll see by the end how many people he's actually killed. Now, is this people that he himself has killed or just deaths as well? Because some people died just by accident in these movies. Are we just talking deaths in general or deaths by Jason's hands? Like, do we count it as
I would say
kills?
no, I would say just his.
Okay, so not his mom's?
Not mom's, not Pam's.
So just the part 2 and 3 then and so forth.
I would count just like, kind of part 2 and then kind of wherever he takes place into it.
Dun, 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 dun. But you know what we were talking last time about how the part 3 set was built on a man-made lake, so it was having flooding issues and everything was shifting. You can tell in the shot where they drive away there that the dirt is a lot more muddy and everything's shifted. It looks a lot different from when it was in the last film. So that's just proof to say how bad that set was getting eaten by the land, essentially. Oh, here we go.
I'm just vibing. I love this movie.
Yeah, here we get the idiot mortician who puts his donut on our sandwich on the dead body. That's a classic. Yeah, creeper. Still is. Yikes. I mean, there's not too many like stereotypical normal people who are morticians. It got to take quite the mind, quite the stomach, quite the personality to deal with those kind of doings all day long, especially with the way he's doing it.
Risky doctor stuff.
Dun 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 in the cauldron dun dun. So interesting fact, that scene where you see him moving under the sheets there, basically what happened was that was when they called cut and then the person under the sheets was moving and they just kept the camera rolling by accident, but they kept it because it kind of adds a little bit of like, like, oh, he's still alive. But that wasn't actually supposed to be there. I got one more cool fun fact for you really quickly. So you see this instructional video he's watching? That would be, do you recognize her?
Who are we looking at again? Sorry, I'm looking at the TV.
Yes, the girl on the TV.
Is it Jamie Lee Curtis?
No.
Because I was like, no, I don't think so.
No.
But again, I'm blind.
It's actually Darcy DeMoss who went on to have a role in the Friday the 13th Jason Lives.
Oh, damn. Didn't know that.
So super funny.
Little fun fact on that one.
Were you peeing?
No.
Okay.
I was just sending out a business message.
There
Had
you
to
go.
Focus on that one, Doing 2 businesses at once
Watch
is a lot of thing, man.
Jason will come for you. Oh, I like the Crystal
probably.
Lake Massacre sign in the background there. And back to this.
Gotta make a replica sticker of that one.
Yeah. I mean, after hearing what he did to people who are doing exactly what they're doing, you think they'd be a little like, cautionary. They don't give a fuck though. That's why they're in this movie. Hey, that's us. That's so funny. Oh, and death. Now you know something.
Oh, they're 100%. They're 100% dying. Sorry, I'm just watching. God damn.
And as always, this movie was small budget, $1,800,000 for the whole budget of the film. And how much money at the box office did it make, you ask? $32,600,000.
Can I get a small loan?
So literally, it raked in just short over $30 million in profit.
Just over 30 million in profit.
Just at the box office, though. Like that's just like people going to the cinema to see it. That doesn't count DVD.
I wonder
releases.
how much. Exactly. I was going to say, I wonder how much over time it has, made in total. Like what? This movie's been out for like 30 plus years, probably.
Yeah. Can you imagine? Well, we should actually add that up and be like, how much money was actually spent on these films versus how much it actually made. I like that she does up the outfit in a rant, comes in the next room, and then undoes it again. How dare she?
Moody peoples.
And these are, as you can see, all these bottles are filled with Josh's pee from when he had to use the bathroom and couldn't.
You're always gonna call me out. Even earlier I had to pee, but I didn't. I held it. Be proud.
I'm proud. At this time, this installment, like this movie too, it contains the most nudity and gore out of all the previous movies. There you go. There's something to be proud of. Is that what makes it the best film? Maybe.
We'll see.
That's too funny. As well, the actor who portrays Jason in this one, Ted White, it was one of his only times, I believe, that he played Jason, but he was also the oldest person at the time to play Jason. So that's pretty intense. He was 56 when he played Jason in this movie. Damn, that is old for all the stuff he has to be doing. Oh my goodness. Other stuffs he was in, he was a deer hunter in Starman, which is another John Carpenter film. He also did stunts for Escape from New York. And now we're watching this guy get, neck snapped. That's a brutal end there. Full neck spin around. Love that practical effect there with his neck bending. It's just great. Oh, he's reading your lips all right. Like that he literally picks her off the ground by her head. That would hurt so fucking much.
Also, can we just say how much of a tank he is? He literally just lifts her up like nothing.
Oh, I know. Well, yeah, that's what I meant by
man could
her by her face.
yeet her like a bag of potatoes.
He mashed her up like she was a bag of potatoes. That's for sure.
Jesus.
Jogging in the woods, jogging in the woods, do death. No, not yet, but soon. It was funny. So the director Joseph Zito was not having any recalls of the film. It wasn't his thing, but in the end, he ended up the editors wanted and the studio wanted them to recap the other films. Wow, who's that kid in the mask? I wonder
that he makes mask. He's the coolest kid, man.
Yeah, I like how they kind of have. I bet you the special effects people had tons of fun making all that stuff too.
Just little extra props. And we're make a little alien mask.
Yeah. Cool. And if it's not 100% perfect, it's okay because he's a kid learning how to do it. Get a haircut. Has an alien head.
Yeah, damn right it is.
Never get a haircut. Never cut your hair. Metal forever. Oh, Corey Feldman. Oh, the front door was open.
Yeah, and?
Foreshadow. What happens if a psycho walks in? Well, don't worry. Corey Feldman's prepared for that. Trust. He is ready. So I'm trying to think of what the first big movie Corey Feldman was in. I thought it was Stand By Me.
It's either Stand By Me or The Goonies. That's probably the two.
That's what I thought. But you know what was his first? This movie.
Oh no, I knew this movie, and then he did The Goonies, and that's why he
sorry. I meant in general. What's his first big movie he did? It was this movie.
Yeah, and then in the next one, the reason why he was only in the first part of it, as in the Daydreaming, is because they were filming both ones around the same time.
Yeah, which would have been they were filming. They were filming Stand By Me.
Yeah, so he was filming something else and he couldn't commit fully to the movie. So he's I can be in a little bit because I liked it, but I can't fully.
Yeah, because in 1984, he did this movie. And in 1984, while they were filming this, he was also filming Gremlins at the time because they both came out the same year. And ironically, also came out this year, Godzilla 1984. That was the year of Godzilla, the year of the G. There was Godzilla, Gremlins, and Ghostbusters.
I'd have to agree. I love all of those movies.
And then after the Goonies, he did Stand By Me. But those were the big four in a span of 3 years.
Does Stand By Me count as a monster movie? There's a dead body.
No. But I love that movie. We'll just watch that on our free time because it's a great movie.
Just goes to poke a dead body. Poke.
It says you're a dead fuck. Well, Crispin Glover, I got news for you. You're a dead fuck. I feel like this is my favorite cast of teenagers from these movies. And it's not because it's not just because it's like actors we know and that went on to do other things like Crispin Glover, Corey Feldman, and et cetera, et cetera. Even this actor here, I'm drawing a blank on his name. His name is, as soon as I find it, that's Doug, right? No, that's not Doug. Is it? Or is his name
Doug?
Paul? He just said his name. Is it Paul or Doug?
I don't know. I was just watching the movie.
That's why I thought you would know.
Oh, fuck. No, man, I'm just zoning out.
I know he's not
That's like the best part of these movies. Is like I don't even really care about the camp counselor's name. You don't even have to remember shit. Just remember that Jason is coming. Yes,
it is Doug. And the actor's name is Peter Barton. Oh, no, maybe not. They all look the same.
Paul. It's Jeffrey.
Is he in Baywatch? Because if so, then... No, he hasn't done much else. So, yeah, I would say, here we get So what do we kill count at now? 1, 2, and then this would be 3?
I believe so.
Yes, okay. Just trying to keep it.
Canada and Love. Yeah.
Canada.
Yeah, Paul. There you go. Paul. God.
I love how the sign says fuck you in the back. You got a sister, rough. Jesus Christ. I feel like if she didn't flip the sign around and say F you, she maybe wouldn't have died.
She probably should have started hiking more. Just should have
banana butter tastes good because it's the last meal you'll ever eat. And the last thing you'll ever taste. Besides the pain of cold death. Blech.
Yay.
I like how they squeeze the banana. It's actually a brutal shot.
Corey Feldman.
Oh, it looks like there's a jaguar on his shirt there. Oh, jaga. Every time I see a jaguar like a car, I just sing that song now. It instantly pops in my head. I think of Jet Jaguar.
I really want that orange juice.
I know it looks like it's freshly squeezed because of how it's discoloration a bit. A Jarvis sandwich. If my family did that, I would just throw up on them and they would never do it again.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. I don't recommend. Your dad will be so pissed.
Please don't sandwich me in a hug.
I can't guarantee that.
Oh, he's such a cute Doug. Maybe. I always found it funny too. Like there's so much like nudity and sex in this movie, and Corey Feldman at this age is really young. So I think they were saying they really had to keep him from seeing a lot of actual scenes. But there is one scene in particular where one of the girls bends down to pet the dog when they come to visit the family. And we'll point it out. And Corey Feldman could clearly see up her shirt. And it wasn't until later on that he admitted that it was very obvious. Very
Imagine
funny.
being like, oh, I saw a boob and the first time was caught on camera, basically. You know, like that. Like, I know when you saw your first hit. We all know.
It was etched in stone in the graphics of time.
In like a very popular movie.
Yeah. Not bad, not too shabby.
When she said handsome mutt, I didn't know if she was talking to the dog or Corey Feldman.
She's talking to me.
What a handsome mutt.
Death.
What
so it was Paul.
Yeah, I just said that. You bitch. I hate you. When you see now who's not listening. It said Paul, and I'm like, oh, his name is Paul. And you're like,
And you know what movie he was in? He played Carl in the Gingerbread Man.
The Ginger Dead Man.
No, I wish. I wish. The Gingerbread Man I thought was some kind of horror movie, but it's not. A lawyer uses his power to help his lover put her father behind bars, but when he escapes, they are all in danger. Okay, so it's kind of a horror movie, I guess.
Sounds awful.
I have a wonderful fact that I'm sure our viewers and definitely Josh would love to know if you are unaware. So a little really cool thing. So the Jarvis house, so the house that the family lives in, it would look a little familiar if you saw the film in 2000, the Ed Gein film in 2000. It was the same house used.
Which one is that?
The house they're in right now.
No. Which Ed Gein film? I've seen a few of them. Is that the one with Kane Hodder as Ed Gein? Because he does play him and it's terrible. And then there's another one that is also terrible, but it's a little better, I guess. They're not good.
Let me check for you. So this is the one with
the
Steve
one that was
Railsback as Ed Gein. So
and he also played Manson in another one in the Helter Skelter, the original one.
Yes, so it's that.
Yeah,
one.
It wasn't okay. That's cool. Little fun fact. I'm gonna tell Dylan that.
So the house in there is the Jarvis house that this family lives in this movie. Same props, same sets.
That is hilarious. While you're on the interwebs, look up Kane Hodder as Ed Gein. Do it.
Oh, I love this scene. I will right now. When we were just talking about how he sees his first boob, and this is kind of what it's meant to be in this movie.
Boob.
Just look at that side boob. Yeah, you like that side boob? Well, but this side boob. Well, you shouldn't, because that's my side boob.
Yeah.
Good old Family Guy.
That's terrifying.
Wow, that's
more scary than the movie.
Hey, holy shit.
The Kane Hodder one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I was like, yeah, that one came out, I think, a little later.
See, he doesn't even look like him.
Right.
The other guy looks like him. It makes sense.
And then Kane Hodder also played a BTK. The fuck? I'm sorry, but
why?
What? He doesn't look like him. Kane Hodder's a great actor, but he's too thick. That man is built like a shit brick house. Like, what do you say? You can't make him look like tiny little.
Like, if anything, he should have played like the co-ed killer. Like, he should have played Edmund Kemper or something, because he's got huge, big stature.
I'm in.
Why would he play BTK and Ed Gein and not him?
Right? That's actually an ongoing joke in our My Little True Crime world, is that we're waiting for an Ed Kemper movie. Like, there is nothing.
No.
Like, what up? Mindhunter was great.
Yeah, I was gonna say he was in Mindhunter, but
canceled that. Well,
Booty Shot,
not the actual one, but still rad.
Yeah, and he did a great job. The actor who portrayed him there. Because as we found out, Crispin Glover, his character is a dead fuck. Well, he will be anyway.
Now that you pointed it out, I can't stop seeing it. The Back to the Future dude.
Oh yeah, George McFly. All I think of is, do you remember Charlie's Angels Full Throttle? Did you ever see when he plays the thin man and it's like sniffing the hair and shit? Yeah.
So that's Paige's first movie crush, which is so weird. It's so telling of her. You know what I mean? Like, you know Paige well, so it's like, yeah, that's definitely a Paige first crush.
Yeah, and Crispin Glover is actually really attractive.
I just find it so funny because now I can't stop seeing George McFly.
And this is what happened when he changed the timeline. This is the branch off side universe when everything changed.
This is what happened when he didn't marry that one, the mom.
Because Marty fucked it up. I always love when they do the POV shots of the cam. Kill, kill, kill. It just sounds like an out of breath Santa. Really, all this time it's just Santa trying to give them presents they never got when they were kids.
I'm Santa that smokes a pack a day.
Yeah, more than a pack a minute. Just puts all of them, 7 cigarettes in your mouth, lights them all at once.
Mega cigarette.
A cigarette smile. That's what we call it.
Duct tape them all together. Put it in a funnel.
It's a super. It's like, you can have a cigarette, but have you ever had space cigarettes?
Space. Oh my god. Yeah, I have. It's called marijuana.
Yeah, I guess. Come on in. There's tons of flesh-eating bacteria in the water, and no one wants to have a good time. It's
and
great.
Then seaweed's gonna touch your feet.
Yeah, and you're gonna scream and piss your pants and piss in the lake, and everyone's gonna be swimming in your piss. It's a great time. So you can tell, guys, we're definitely fans of swimming in water. Not.
Nah.
Boob count 1, 2 from earlier.
More boobs.
We're about to get more.
Woo!
3, 4. So this one definitely has the most nudity, I'd say. I don't know if it's the most nudity of all of them. Actually, probably. I like how they come to the lake for swimming and they're like, oh, maybe this wasn't a good idea.
Probably the best time.
Dog's like, I'm going to go chase some tail, literally.
Same with
same with
over here.
Same with Tommy. Yeah.
Run.
The flappy cheeks. Crispin Glover's like, I'll slowly work my way in.
Why is everyone so hairless? I feel like Bigfoot compared to these people.
Right? Like, I thought it was the 80s. Why is everyone so fucking pale and non-hairy?
Agreed. Whoa, boobs.
Yeah, Tommy's having a good time now. Ruining all the fun. Bye. Come on, Gordon. We're too young for this. Corey Feldman's legendary. He is a phenomenal actor. Like, every time I see him in a movie, it just reminds me of like how good of an actor he really was, especially being his age. You know what I mean? Like, it's unbelievable.
Corey Haim, Corey Feldman, two Coreys, right?
Two Coreys.
Trying to think of the other one. I'm like, it's Corey Haim? Yeah. And they were both in Lost Boys, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah. They were really good actors for their time period. Damn right, you need a screwdriver. Make a mask. Wear the mask. Then you don't need a screwdriver anymore.
And you don't need it. Of course you do.
Logic.
Dumbass. And he opens the trunk and Jason's in the trunk. I like how the kids
and it's full of farts.
Toxic gas.
Smells like a smog monster.
Hedorah comes out of the back, and it's a Godzilla movie. All of a sudden, Godzilla's flying over the lake, and then he stops to look at boobies.
I would.
I mean, he's not human, but he still has tendencies and impulses. Come on.
Like how they're all like, let's see what you got. Strip and dip. That sounds terrifying. I want lick and dip or whatever the hell it is.
And that was the last time we ever saw her. I love how she's like, I'll go under and won't come back up until you come in. And then she's shocked that she doesn't come up. Like, I would have just got up and walked away.
Yep. Just be like, fuck you.
It's your own stupidity.
They're tempting fate.
Mm-hmm. It just reminds me because it's a dock scene, but one of my definitely only favorite pulls her in anyway. Favorite scenes from the remake they did was when she's hiding under the docks and he drives the machete through the dock and pulls her up. She hits her head off the docks, her boobs just pull. She floats back into the water.
Definitely they definitely meant for a
comedic
kills.
Element. Yeah. It's just silliness. I feel like this one has some great kills.
All I ask is if you want to try and do a remake, do it well,
and don't try to do it.
And don't try and like justify things that don't need reasoning.
Like what? What do you mean by that?
Like in the remake, about trying to explain how he gets around, little things like that.
Oh yeah, using the underground tunnels and stuff. I get what you mean there. I'll give you a crank, all right. Yeah, look at the kids tried everything. You don't know what you're doing. You only got like 20 years of experience on him. He's also got a gun and a knife. Is he gonna stick it in the ignition and try and start the car? Oh, he's just giving it a spark. There you go. And he's the killer.
Yeah, exactly. The entire time.
Too trusting. I mean, they got the dog. The dog can, you can trust a dog's opinion. They can smell an asshole a mile away.
There's lots of kids.
Creepy. Why is he asking?
Because he wants to kill them.
Dun 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 dun.
All of a sudden, Jason got really good looking.
So yeah, that house in the background, the foreground there, I believe,
is the Ed Gein one.
No, maybe,
because isn't that the Jarvis house?
No, the Jarvis house is in front. I think the house back there is the kid's house who moved in next door.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta come in. You gotta kill my family. Come on, you psychopath. This house, which is the house with the showdown, which we see in the end and everything as well. It may have had significant updates because this is made in 84, so 83. So and that movie came out in 2000, so it might have had significant upgrades and look a little different, but it's the same house. Oh, I love this. Is this my room? What?
Yeah, I was like, that's basically my room right now.
Actually, yeah, more your room than mine. Mine's a bunch of actual kid toys.
I like Halloween masks. They're fun.
That's a cool mask.
Who doesn't like to be a monster from time to time and not get in trouble for it?
Right. I'm a monster mash.
Do the monster mash.
If someone did that to me, I'd be like, oh my God. I'd be like, all right, and I'm out of here. You pissed me off. That's why I don't like kids.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Here, come look at my creepy thing I have under the bed.
Yeah,
this is actually a really cool puppet.
What the fuck?
This one's really cool. The moving eyes. They weren't even making.
There's a Pee Wee Herman toy. It's Billy Baloney, and it has like the same kind of moving eyes, and I really want it.
Oh, that's cool, actually. So super funny. The scene where Crispin Glover breaks out into his dance moves here, it was actually completely improv'd by him, and it was like quoted saying this is how he goes and dances at clubs. And the music that was actually playing when he did it was Back in Black by AC/DC. And then they overdubbed it with this song instead.
You don't get Back in Black.
So this dance to Back in Black, you can tell she's trying not to lose it watching him do it too, right? Like, look at her. This is probably all their actual reactions.
Yeah. Like, what the hell, guy?
Oh my God, it's so great. It would only be better if he was wearing the same shorts that guy was wearing.
Short shorts for days.
And then they changed the music on him. Oh, how come you turn that off? Probably because you're dancing like a freaking idiot. Oh, no, get to the little man's. He can still dance like that to this.
Ew. Teddy bear's what I call my. Never mind.
My dog. I went there.
I did not.
You're like, I was the good boy.
Josh. Yes, exactly. Good Josh for once.
Jesus. So while we're in a little bit of a lull here, got a cool question to ask you. And if the fans are listening, you feel more than welcome to answer yourself in the comments below if you're watching on YouTube. Josh, who is your dream person, not counting Freddie or Michael, because like they've either been talked about a lot or been done already. Who would you love to see Jason fight in the slasher universe? Yeah, I mean that's true. Good point.
Leatherface or Bruce Campbell?
Yeah. Oh,
which you know as
absolutely. So Ash Williams.
Yeah, or like clearly Ash, but like depending on whatever version I guess you want.
I would want to see Ash fight Jason. That's cool. Leatherface and Jason's a pretty even match, but like, I don't know.
Especially with like the Necronomicon. You could figure out a way to kind of like put him to sleep or something. So like there would be a good possibility.
The Necronomicon written in stone by the mad Arab Abdul Al-Hazred. A little bit of Lovecraft.
I have the actual book. It's pretty dope.
Yes, I know that. I know what book you're talking of.
I need like I need one bound in human flesh.
So, yeah, if anyone's an HP Lovecraft fan, you definitely know like the original intendance of what the Necronomicon was, and it gets pretty messed up. And then I love how it's just been adapted into horror movies and the Evil Dead of like this evil Book of the Dead, essentially conjuring all these things, when the Necronomicon was originally a book to contact and to essentially summon the great old ones. So that going up to like Azathoth, Yog-Sothoth, and Cthulhu, etc., etc. Very cool. I literally was just like, is his dick hanging out? But it's his hand through his pants. Oh, because you got the hot one of the two.
What a dick.
Yeah. I think it's funny. Oh, I love how we have a little bit of foreshadow there with the corkscrew stabbing into the can. They're like, hey, something's going to happen like that later.
No, we don't.
The spoiler warning has been issued. Beer is being drunk. Death, and more death.
Well, like, yeah, that's basically all these movies.
Who's an actor you'd like to see act in one of these movies?
That's a hard one. The Rock.
Fucking Dwayne Johnson.
I want to see The Rock, like rock bottom Jason.
Imagine if like Stone Cold Steve Austin played Jason Voorhees.
That'd be hilarious. No, I want Dave Bautista to play him.
Oh my God, yes. But really, we all want, and even he wants Dave Bautista, as we mentioned last time, to play
Bane. And Jason.
I second that.
That'd be just thick boy Jason.
Because he's such a good actor in this great new movie. I mean, great for the fact of his role in it, Army of the Dead, which I don't think we'll ever review on the account that it's hot garbage.
No. Oh, also, remember how you just, well, remember, clearly it was like 5 minutes ago. You asked me who else? Hatchet versus Jason. Two Kane Hodder characters.
Two Kane Hodders, yeah. Though arguably, I think he was better in Hatchet than he was in some of his Jason portrayals. Like, he's good in The New Blood, but Manhattan could be better.
Yeah, I mean, he has to follow a script. I feel like in the Hatchet movies, he had more freedom of it.
Which is what
at least
makes it better.
Feel like like Adam Green did them all. So like they were homies.
And he's a dead
the future dad.
Stole his girl.
That's the way she goes, boys. Well, you missed out.
Running through your little computer. Smart ass.
Yeah, and then Lucas would turn around and just start typing things into Google. I will.
Oh, so what were we at? 1, 2, 3, 4, right?
Yes, ma'am.
For boobies or for kills? For both?
I think both.
Yeah, we're 4 for 4. Polly want a cracker? Polly want a titty?
Yep.
Yeah, he does. Polly wants a titty. That's what he's gonna get. Polly was Jason, and this girl was still alive. Ye old raft. Is what better to do?
Just left it.
Right? 5. Because we're counting pairs, not individuals. We mentioned last time.
No, I think we should count per boob.
Well, then in the first scene,
one set
when Corey or when Tommy's peered out the window, then that would just count individually as one boob because he only saw the one.
One boob.
So it's not like it's 4.5. No, then we'd be at 10. No, we're gonna count those pairs. So 5 and 4.
Boobaloo.
Hate water. Ugh, it's making me so uncomfortable just watching that scene.
I would have just left the boat. Why are you going into it? What is
She's
the
gonna
point
go
of
lay
this?
in it.
Why? Sounds terrible. Open water, nighttime, floating boat. Nah, doesn't sound fun at all. It sounds cold.
Yeah, you can see, the fucking condensation coming off the thing. Like, it's gonna be cold in the air. Like, what do you think?
Titties are just flapping around. Like, fuck, dude. This sounds chilly as
Your
hell. Your
nipples are gonna get so hard, you're gonna cut the raft open and just gonna deflate.
It's like a Jaws moment. Then Bruce comes out of nowhere.
Dun, 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 dun. Jaws. We'll definitely watch the first one. I don't know if we want to tackle the other ones. They're really bad. Maybe in a future.
And then
series.
Deep Blue Sea.
Yes. I like to watch
movie.
Underwater as well. The new that new movie with Kirsten Stewart. That's good.
47 really good. Meters Down, The Shallows. I got some good ones. Water movies bug me.
The Meg, Piranha 3 Double D.
Should watch Insidious.
Yes, we will definitely have a James Wan month where we just cover a bunch of James Wan scenes.
And now the boat is going to be deflated and there's a corpse. Right down she goes, boys.
I find it pretty impressive that the budget that the first Saw movie was made on, and that was pretty much James Wan's launch to fame fucking popularity. He did a phenomenal job doing the first Saw movie, and honestly, I only like the first Saw movie. I think it's the only one that has like I mean, the second one's okay because it continues the story. You find a little more about John, but I feel like the original is like the really true, like you do not see it coming. You know what I mean?
Have you ever finished them by any chance?
I watched 1, 2, 3, the 3D one, which I think is like also a final chapter one. And then I watched Jigsaw, and I watched the 5th one, I think, which is the one with the buckets on their heads and shit.
Well, eventually we should watch them all through because you get a lot more like it is filler. Trash. But there is more to the story in the end.
Yeah, which I don't like where they take it, honestly. I think that the newest Jigsaw, the kind of retcons, like him being actually alive, and him, I think that's kind of cool, but I feel like the first one is really the true masterpiece for sure.
Man, you know, I don't want to say it, but like, dude looks like Paul Bernardo. He does.
Crispin Glover?
Yeah, like in this scene
with the hair like that.
Yeah, like the hair like that. His hat. It looks like when Paul Bernardo thought he was a rapper.
Jesus Christ, that's funny. Yeah, I kind of want that hat.
Of course you do. Nice blue sideways hat.
That's silly. I like it. I want the hat. That's right. He did a naughty thing and he stole his girl. So you know what's gonna happen to him now. Death. He's gonna be a dead fuck, all right.
Damn. Just staring at her like a creep.
I just have to point out this really funniness while we're on the podcast. So I'm in a Godzilla page and someone had made a post about Destoroyah, and made a post and was like, Godzilla's ultimate nemesis, Destroya, but they spelt it wrong, and they spelt it like just destroy and it's Destoroyah. There's an extra O in there. So I did like a little nonchalant comment and was like, yeah, Destroya, but I spelt it right. Looks really great in this. Nice work. It's like, come on. I know, I'm a complete asshole. Oh, and then he commented, he's like, thanks, bro. Little did I know I was calling him out hard. Oh
yeah, I know, because people are trying to be nice. You know what that means, Lucas? What is nice?
You know what? I'm sick and tired of all these new wannabe Godzilla fans who are
fuck you. That's me. Because of shit.
Because of Godzilla versus Kong, and they just think they know all this shit because they've seen the new ones. You're going back and watching the originals. That's different. But these people who just watch the new ones and think they know everything, and it's like, I want to grinds my gears.
If I didn't know better, I would have just watched those ones too, and you would have been like, you're an asshole, and I'd be like, yeah, so.
But luckily, he got me.
This is why we get along, because we're both assholes.
Exactly. Oh, he's swimming out now to the girl in the raft. Look at, she's waiting for you.
Yeah, just waiting. See, that's the thing. That raft, even with the inflation, still would have filled up with water.
Eventually, I think
it would have been a giant ass pool.
Oh no, it's still floating. Continuity error.
Yep.
She should have sank like the Titanic. Oh, I made that joke and then forgot it was a real event that happened.
Yep.
Whoops.
Oh, right in the ass.
Oh no, I thought it was right in the dick.
Yeah, it is in his dick. My bad. I thought it was in his ass.
I forgot about that scene. Jesus Christ. That's 6.
I've watched this a decent amount of times, my friend, and I always forget these deaths, and that's why I love this one.
Oh my god, I forgot about the dick scene. Oh, why? Now I have to pee. And hopefully it's not blood.
Where's your water bottle?
That. Oh, I've got water bottles on standby. Don't you worry. I've got a full catheter ready just to hook up and pee into, bro.
I just got to set up like a nice funnel with a hose.
No, a catheter. You just stick it right over the top of your wee-wee and just let it go.
No, that's not where a catheter goes. It goes inside.
Oh, yeah,
I'm not doing
inside.
that. No, it does not just go on like a little cap on the tip, my friend. No, you got to insert that.
That is true, actually.
I am out. I have a friend that works at the hospital, and she's like, I've seen people remove them. Do not do it. Even John's like, I've gotten that. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't recommend. Yeah, exactly. Gag worthy. That's a fear right there. A catheter.
As soon as you see one of those, you're in for a treat.
I'd
be pissed, man.
I liked that dad joke.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just like dicking around sometimes.
Dicking around.
But sometimes I do so many, I get a little penisy. So,
you ever seen the show Sticking Around?
Have I ever seen Sticking Around? Of course I've seen Sticking Around.
Damn right.
Classic wacky animation making a great movie TV show.
Cheesy Poofs or some shit. What the fuck was it? It's not Cheesy Poofs.
No, that's what was South Park.
Yeah, it's South Park. What is it?
The food. I gotta look it up now. Hold on.
Yeah, it was like some weird cheesy thing. This is a neat room. This is your room. Paul's room.
He just likes eating junk food. He ate a hard-boiled egg. What does it say on the bag? I'm trying to see. I can't see on the bag. It doesn't say. It's William, who's one of the minor characters who eats all of it. He's literally called a fat idiot of the Middlesex Elementary students.
Oh, Jesus.
It's a little harsh.
Sounds like a terrible movie. They must be super lit.
Oh yeah, they're higher than a kite. They're smoking a joint right now. He's got it in his hand.
Good. Because like that's the only way this would be entertaining.
Watching porn while you're high with your friends. I mean, it's not even.
Does that count?
I guess it's not really porn, but yeah, it counts.
Though.
That's separate, so that's 8 now.
8 boobies.
Holy mackerel! That's the phrase from Sticking Around I was trying to remember, but the food is. Why can I not read it? Well, let me read it. How dare they? Sticking around, sticking around. Hard-boiled eggs give him gas once he eat ones. Look out. Called him gas hole. Gas hole. That's funny. Oh, it's Canadian, that series.
Yep.
That's funny. I wonder if that's why South Park mocks their characters with flopping heads.
Okay, I got another question. Have you ever seen Flying Rhino Junior High?
Yeah.
Flying Rhino Junior High. Sorry, nostalgic moment.
Another Canadian TV show.
Yeah, I love Canada. Canada's great.
Oh, death? Question mark. Death.
So when we're recording this, for anyone watching, the Paul, Logan, and Mayweather fight's gonna happen.
Oh,
I'm excited, and I'm gonna watch it.
The reflection of the lightning shot of the death on the house there.
Yeah.
9.
2 more. Yeah, 2 more.
Oh.
Hell. Yeah, that was a good scene. And no one heard that. No giant thump.
Right? Nothing.
Nothing.
That's okay. I will say one thing about this. There's not too much to talk about in this film, but there's lots of content. Like, it's definitely like pretty upbeat. Like, it definitely has a good pace to it.
This is one of the better series.
Yeah, and I mean, like,
just chill, watch it, and someone's gonna die.
Like, it's technically like the mid range for its ratings. Like, since as always, we'll hop over to the good old Rotten Tomatoes to get the controversial ratings.
53.
So the first Friday movie had 64%, and I believe that's the only Friday the 13th movie ever to be above 50.
No.
Yep, it is. So the second one, as we quoted last time, 28%. Not bad. It's a Friday movie, right? So you expect it to be a little low because they're like, this is the critic rating. So as we were talking about last time on the podcast, so it's how the stingy companies think, not what the audience thinks. Part 3, 7%.
What?
Yeah, part 3 got real low. What do you think this one's is? If part 2 had 28, part 1 had 64, and the rest of them are under 50, what do you think this one has?
Like 30?
Close. It's got 20%. So it's lower than part 2, which I don't agree with by any means. But yeah, 20%. The only other films that really go any higher are the ones we knew that would be. The New Blood is a little higher, and we're not going to say it until we do those ones, along with Jason Lives.
I was going to say I can't wait to watch the Jason Takes Manhattan because I guarantee that's going to get a lower rating.
Oh, yeah, 8%.
Or at least I hope it does.
That's I'll talk about that one, yeah, because it's a long way away. 8%, so it's only 1% above part 3, but it's technically better than part 3.
But like, no, what? That's impossible.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. The only redeeming quality of Jason Takes Manhattan is Kane Hodder.
Yeah, but like, that's besides that, and that sweet scene with the boombox, but like, yeah, maybe the guitar scene too.
I mean, I like the boxing part too, the head decapitation. That's pretty cool too.
Okay, there's some good kills, but overall the movie is very not good.
No, and the pacing is horrendous.
We can agree on that.
It's very bad. And the whole fucking movie takes place on a fucking yacht. It's bad. Oh. So now the kills have started to unfold. Now we're just on a water slide of blood here. We've got 30 minutes left of the film, roughly, so let the games begin.
Gordon.
So what kill count are we at? I kind of lost track again.
I think it was 4.
And then we had 5 with
5. Yeah, I was like
stabbed.
5 I was like with the 5.
Oh no, because the guy who swam away from the raft. So we're at 6.
Okay.
So we're 6.
We're trying. We need a visual.
Yeah, I need a counter. I usually have a counter going. We'll add them all up and then we'll have a counter going forward.
You watch it.
Corey Feldman sassy. He's like, I got 2 lollipops. You're not allowed to have one. They're both for me.
It's legitimately me.
Yeah. Jaffiel.
Boobies.
Booby, booby, booby. Booby, booby, booby. Booby, 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 booby. Jason's hockey mask was to explode apart in the opening credits, but there wasn't enough time in post to pull off the gag, so they just made an explosion over top of it.
Still worked.
Yeah, that's what I say. I still got the same idea.
It's acceptable.
Oh, and just a quote too from the Ed Gein movie, it's where he's apprehended in the movie. The same house. So it may not be his house, but it's the one where he's apprehended.
That's cool.
Yeah. Roger Ebert. So do you know who Roger Ebert is?
Heard the name, can't think of it.
Can't put a name to it. So Roger Ebert was a writer, actor, producer. He did a lot of like reviews and stuff like that, because he's a movie critic essentially.
Okay.
And he's pretty well liked, but also like he's pretty harsh on films a lot of the time. He called this film an immoral and reprehensible piece of trash.
Oof. Why?
Oh my god. That's brutal. So as well, the poster shows the hockey mask with a knife on its left eye socket, and Jason is defeated with a machete going through his left eye. Ooh, a little foreshadowing. Poster.
Aha. I want to see just a movie of Jason wandering into an amusement park But instead of killing, he just wants to ride the rides.
I think
just wants to enjoy it.
So the last film was shot in Jersey as well, right?
Yep.
So this film was shot in California.
From New Jersey to California to Canada. Dang, these movies are shot all around the world.
Yeah, wherever it's the cheapest, I guess. And this movie also came out on a Friday the 13th, like the last film did for the first time. Or was it the second one?
I think it was the second one.
Yeah, and then they kept coming out on Friday the 13th. That makes sense.
They should have always done that. It would have been a better release. Made sense. You get like 3 a year.
Interesting. So Lisa Freeman, who played the nurse Morgan in the beginning.
Yep.
So Crispin Glover played obviously George McFly in Back to the Future, and Lisa Freeman, who played the nurse in the beginning, she played Babs in Back to the Future 1985 and Back to the Future Part 2.
Yeah, so isn't Babs the wife?
I believe so.
Yeah,
I'm not too familiar with them, but
I believe she's the wife of George McFly.
Oh, there's the machete. And you're like, it's him. He's the killer. Is that who it is? He's the killer.
Nah, he's too handsome. It's not him.
I know.
Can't be him. He's too pretty. Oh, they fucked. They're dying. They're out.
Death.
They got cut.
Sorry,
they're about to get
cut. I mean, Crispin Glover is probably my favorite death in this movie, so I know when that one happens. It's the one that totally caught me off guard. I forgot about the dick harpooning scene. That one's rough from the guy who's swimming. But I feel like Crispin Glover's character is equally worse or up to par.
I also find it interesting that no one's wondered where your friends were. Everyone's just wandering away and just going.
No, they're too busy having sex, just like the teenagers were in the first one when they didn't realize Jason died, right? Oh, look at that. Crossing over, bringing over that symbolism. What a dead fucking
wow.
Wow. Ted White was actually uncredited as Jason Voorhees for this film by his own request. He didn't want to be known as playing Jason.
That's wicked. Okay, so fun fact, I was actually watching an auction and a friend just bought a machete that's signed by Ted White.
Oh, really?
Ta-da! Yeah.
That's cool.
But it was like $400. So
yeah, it'll make sense.
Pricey boy.
Apparently Ted White and Joseph Zito, the director, did not get along at all during this filming. Maybe that's why he wanted to be uncredited, because he didn't want to be associated with the director.
Or the director was just salty.
Yeah, or that.
I'm not gonna do it. And he's still just sitting there laughing.
Put this to your computer.
Oh, so he's hammered now too. What a weirdo.
Oh, interesting. A little nab at Corey Feldman. But apparently the stuntman who doubled for Jason, Clark Gable, and John Wayne, they didn't like Feldman calling him the meanest goddamn little kid he'd ever met or ever had to deal with.
Oh.
And I think it was because of the window scene. He kept getting worked up because he was scared of it. That's understandable. He's a kid. These guys need to be a little easier on him. Here we go.
Ah.
And then you think that's the kill? Nope. And the finisher. Oh, the wiggle. When he wiggles it and the blood pours out. Oh, it's such a good shot.
He's now a new member of the Wiggles.
Yeah.
Honorary member. Wiggle.
Due to the production's low budget, several actors had to perform uncomfortable or dangerous stunts themselves, including Judy Aronson, who was required to remain submerged in the lake in near freezing temperatures with Peter Barton. Jesus.
McDonald's. I ordered some Sprite at McDonald's and they gave me some clown juice. I wish it was the sound effect with her wiping on the
turn around. Jesus. Yeah,
I would legitimately just shit myself.
Yeah, window throw. Love this. And the scene when she hits the car.
Wow.
Gnarly. It's a good stunt. Very well done.
I wonder how that felt.
Yeah, really. I'm gonna try and look up some things on that. Apparently, Ted White said that Corey Feldman maintained a bratty attitude on set. Feldman maintains that this was due to poor treatment by the director, Joseph Zito, and that during filming of the scene in which he attacks Jason with the machete, he was pretending that the sandbags he struck were Zito.
Savage.
That's funny. So when he's like, die, and he's like doing his kill at the end, he was pretending that was the director.
Jesus.
That's amazing.
Well, if he wasn't being a dick.
Yeah, right. I mean, I know directors are supposed to keep their actors in line, but like, God, he's a child actor, man. Give him a fucking break. He's a kid, alive. For God's sakes.
He's alive. Leave him. There's time to make.
And not to mention, he didn't like the window scene. So the screams that Corey Feldman lets out when Jason grabs him through the window were genuine because he was actually terrified. Damn,
boy. Dun dun, where's Jason?
Oh, that's interesting. This is the first film in the series to take place in the year it was released too. That's interesting as hell, because the other ones always like they were filmed here and they took place in 79 or blah blah blah. But this one was filmed and took place the same year. So 84.
I think like the first one was supposed to be 68, and then 5 years later, then like a few years later after that.
5 years later.
Do all of them take place 5 years apart?
Oh my God. So this one was supposed to be the ending, right? So in the original script, Tommy was supposed to decapitate Jason with the machete, but the filmmakers decided against this just in case they would want to bring Jason back again.
Not even surprised.
And I know the actress here, she asked for a body double for the shower scenes here. So it's actually someone different who just looks like her, apparently. She didn't want to do the shower scenes. Interesting.
But stupid.
So I have the body count for this movie.
Yeah.
It is 14.
Okay. Now Google, the old Google, Jason's total body count.
And
for
Ted White.
All films.
Ted White, the guy who plays Jason, upon being the oldest, he is the second tallest actor to play Jason at 6'4". I'm assuming Kane Hodder is the first. He's tall as hell. Let me look that up.
More boobies.
Kane Hodder height. He's 6'3". So he is shorter than Ted White.
Just a little bit.
I mean, 6'3" is still tall as hell. I'm 6 foot.
Oh, yeah.
So. And I'm relatively tall. So let's see.
No.
Friday part 2 kill counts. So you got 14 kills in this one.
Yeah.
Death. So 9 kills in number 2. So 9 plus 14. So that brings us up to a whopping 23. And then, so we're at 23.
Yeah, keep going. You do the math. I like that.
You son of a bitch. And then we have 12. So we're at 35.
Already beat Gacy.
So 35 kills by the end of this movie, by the end of his 3-film run, because we're not counting the original, because that was his mother. So a whopping 35 kills by this end of this film. Damn. Shiitake mushrooms.
Ugh.
Bumboy. No?
I would like to.
I love when they say Corey Feldman wore a skull cap to create the illusion that he shaved his head. Well, no shit. Look at him. Look how bigger his head is. It's not like when you cut your hair, your head gets bigger.
Wild.
Oh my God.
You know how much money they'd probably have to pay that dude to shave his head?
Oh man, like so much, especially he was working on other films. He couldn't.
Google how much Bill Moseley got paid to shave his head for a chop top. I believe it was like $700 or something.
That's not a lot of money at all,
right? But they didn't know if it would be good, and he was just like did it on a whim. And now it's $5,000.
And who helped do special effects for this movie? Josh, you know this
Tom
one.
Savini.
Yeah.
That's
the Jason head sliding down the machete at the end of the film is actually a hand puppet, and it was controlled by Tom Savini himself. That is true. And earlier in the film, Tommy's mom says he needs a haircut, and then he ends up shaving his head in the end of the movie as the climax. The actor here, who when he gets shoved into the wall there, he actually got really injured.
He's got a bloody nose.
Yeah. Because when he pushed him into the wall, he actually threw him into the wall and broke the tile. That wasn't a practical effect. He actually accidentally pushed the actor into the wall.
It's just like in Lord of the Rings where he kicks the helmet and breaks his toe.
Oh yeah, or Leonardo DiCaprio when he cuts his hand open and Django Unchained.
Yeah.
What's another one? Tom Cruise almost in all of his movies. My favorite one though is Jackie Chan in the one in New York. His name's escaping me, but he's running down in Times Square and he jumps on a bus and jumps through a glass window, but one of the windows was fake and he jumped through the wrong window and ended up jumping through a real window. And he like slid his body all up into pieces, but he still went on and kept running afterwards. Champ. Not to mention the scene when in one of his earlier projects, when he slides down all the lights in the pole. That's a famous one. Jackie Chan's the man. That's who I want to see fight Jason.
Jackie Chan's the man.
Oh, axe through the door.
That just shows how much power this man has.
Yeah.
He Jason's straight up threw an axe through a door.
I think after the third one, the last one, when he squeezes the guy's head and makes it pop out, that was like the definitive moment. We're like, yeah, he's super powered.
He's got he's got some humans like above human strength.
Yeah, he's been working out.
He's an ox. Thick boy.
I like that they kind of don't show you at first, so you just see the reaction, then run up to him, and it's them, not Jason. Nice little filming.
Don't call for help. Don't go near the windows.
To the windows, to the walls.
To the walls.
Throws you through these balls.
Oh, God. All them bitches crawl.
I also like how they make his fingernails real nasty, because obviously he wouldn't be caring for them. So like every film, they get grosser and grosser until a definitive point, I think, when he just doesn't have fingernails anymore.
Oh, yeah, most likely. Just when he goes zombie form and he's all decaying.
Yeah, you don't even see
half his flesh is already gone. So
yeah, he's wearing gloves, I think, essentially, by that point.
Yeah, I think that was just Kane Hodder wanting to wear gloves.
Yeah.
He really enjoys wearing his gloves, germs and whatnot.
I was going to say, yeah. Handling these horny, gross teenagers.
I can see it. They're all dirty. So dirty.
Dirty, filthy. Dirty. To be punished.
Kill for mommy,
everyone
Jason.
Deserves a tire swing. I like the continuity that the film is always on in the window making the flickering, which is probably just used with a strobe light, but yeah, give the girl the machete. There you go. That's a smart man. Because now you're walking in first with no weapon at all. Dun 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 dun. Death. Dun 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 dun. Death death.
Dun dun.
So who do we have left at this point? Really, it's just these guys, right?
Yeah.
These two, and even the mom
Corey
was killed earlier.
Is Corey Feldman still here? Yeah, I was like, is Corey Feldman still behind him? Yeah, I was like, he's around here somewhere.
He's back at the house still.
Okay, so yeah.
So at this point, it's just the three alive. Everyone else is dead.
You know what? Corey Feldman should have loved this movie. He could have walked outside and just started poking dead bodies. He didn't even need Stand By Me. What are you saying?
Hey, you kids want to see a dead body?
Want to go see a dead body? Travel like
and
60
the power
kilometers.
Gets cut. That or they didn't pay their hydro bill.
Probably not. They didn't pay it. They're too cheap. They're kids. They can't afford it. They got no jobs. Ruckus.
Causing a ruckus.
Oh, and now you're gonna go in the basement, so you get wrecked.
Yeah, especially after the the lights go out. It's even a smarter idea. Not. Ooh, so Jason's death in this movie won the Golden Chainsaw Award in Dead Meets Friday the 13th, the final chapter kill count. Interesting.
I like that.
So it's one of the few where Jason's death was actually the top kill. It is pretty gruesome in this one too, so it makes sense.
I feel like also everyone was wondering when it would happen. And even if you called it the final chapter, I feel like a lot of people when this came out probably would have been like, nah, you're lying.
Yeah.
You're not going to kill him off. You're lying. You know, and then when he dies, you're like, oh shit. Until the next movie.
Surprise.
Surprise, bitch, I'm back.
Always at the pets. Survive, doggy.
That's one thing I really enjoy about horror movies. 98% of the time, if there's an animal, it survives the entire movie. I mean, unless if you Rob Zombie's Halloween, then he eats the dog. But
so this is interesting too. So dog breaks free. I actually like that scene. Super dog.
I want to break free. I want to break free.
After Jason actor Ted White finished his scenes for this film, he immediately started work on Starman for John Carpenter's film AD4. While set for the night's filming, a group of reporters were waiting to interview Jeff Bridges, who was in that movie, but he was unavailable. Therefore, director John Carpenter told the reporters to talk to White about the film he had recently finished. After telling the reporters he had just finished playing Jason in the latest Friday movie, the next day's article was entirely about him, and that night numerous Friday fans arrived at the set solely just to see White.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool. I also like that he was like, hey, I played Jason, now I'm going to the Halloween franchise, kind of.
Yeah. Look at this segue.
Crystal Lake Massacre.
He sees what he looks like, so he can be all creepy and shave his head in a bit. Very nice, very nice. The only reason Tom Savini worked as a makeup artist on this film was so that he could accurately age and properly kill the character he created from the first film. That was one of the main reasons he wanted to do it. He didn't want them to do him dirty.
They also wouldn't, if Corey Feldman's character, Tommy, wasn't a little makeup genius in this one, also, they wouldn't have been able to, like, you know,
they probably would have wrote that out of his character. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's him who's able to do it. He knows.
I mean, I guess we could have shaved this blonde haired girl's head.
Yeah, close enough.
Same thing.
Oh, and the body count is revealed.
That's your new jacket holder.
Hang a coat on it. It's great.
Yeah.
It's not going anywhere.
Cover him up. Keep him warm. And he's down. He's dead everywhere. Everyone's dying. Just everyone's dead at this point.
Oh. Foot stuck in the stairs, of course.
Just got to get the knife.
Of course, he's right there.
Dun, 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 dun.
I'm confused. Did he grab him through the stairs or did he fall?
Yeah, I know. He grabbed him through the stairs and the thing.
Oh, and now he's dead.
So, yeah, now we just have Trish and Corey.
Tommy.
Yeah.
Yeah, same thing.
Same thing.
He's killing me.
No shit.
No, what the
killing time?
What are you gonna do? Go back and he's gonna grab you through the stairs now too.
Oogie boogie.
Dumbass. Oh, I didn't catch that, but when Rob talks to Trish about his sister earlier, Sandra was one of the victims in Friday Part 2. That's why he was so iffy about coming around the area and why he was hunting, because he was looking for Jason. Because he was the one who killed his sister. I wish they would have elaborated on that a lot more.
Yeah, went a little more. I actually didn't know that, and I've watched again these many times. No clue. Oh, there's another
one. And another one. Another
one bites the dust. And another
one.
Oh,
I love this scene. She just tears him down. It slides through his hands. Oh no, it's what Jason does to him, not her, right? She is casual about it. She's like, I'm not gonna move his dead body. I'm just gonna go through this window.
She just crawled through his legs.
Right? I never understood that, because Jason doesn't give a shit. I'm pretty sure he just walks through and tears the body down.
Most likely.
Tommy,
start shaving.
Yeah, start shaving your head, bro.
Yeah, no. He's coming. This is why we lock the doors, little buddy. Foreshadowing.
Oh, microphone was too close to the actress there. Her her sound clipped when she yelled Tommy. Someone wasn't doing the right job in the audio department. Yeah, right here. Yanks him down.
Jerky.
Brutal. Right. Prime rib.
Little man meat.
Oh, I've been saying this whole time he was 56. Sorry. Ted White was 58 when he did this film.
And he's 83 now, 82, something like that.
I mean, is he still around?
Yeah, he's still alive.
Yep.
83?
So he was born in 26. 82? So he's 90.
Oh, 90 something.
Yeah, like 93, 92.
Yeah, he's old. He ain't going to any convention anytime soon.
No.
Starts just bashing his head in with a hammer.
Yeah, use the other end. There you go.
Eat. Yeah, it's hammer time.
There you go. It's hammer time.
Oh,
for all the good aim he has in this movie, I'm surprised he misses that one.
They should have called him Kyle.
I'd say he misses it though, because he just got hit in the head numerous times, so he's probably a little stunned. No, you're gonna ruin all the toys.
Did you get that joke? Did you get that joke? No,
I got it. Yes, I got it.
Because he punched a wall.
I got you.
Threw a hammer at a wall. All right, thank you.
I know what you
thank
mean.
you. Appreciate.
I appreciated it. I laughed.
Appreciate. Sound like Nixon.
I'm not even trying to attempt to do a Nixon impression.
Appreciate.
From the people of this world.
People of this world.
Our nuclear powers must be admitted, and no one will survive without us. No one, I say. I have a big nose. Sorry.
Oh my God. I want to watch Future.
If only Nixon was here to.
You sound like Bane.
Take out Jason.
you sound like a nose, like nasally Bane.
I gotta be nasally. Have you seen the man's nose? Like,
I know, but you gotta Bane with a cold.
Of the communist and honor.
Is there too much pollen in the air?
Oh, our boy's coming through. It's Nixon.
Smash him with the TV. Yeah.
Welcome to prime time, bitch.
No, wrong movie.
I know.
God. This isn't your long sleeve, okay?
Yeah. For those out of the loop, I have a Friday the 13th shirt, but it got misprinted. So on the inside of the shirt, it says A Nightmare on Elm Street. One of a kind.
They had one
job. Yeah, they had one job.
They can't even get the franchise right.
Jesus.
That's a rarity. Throw it on eBay, $1,000. You never see it again.
Even better, throw it in my drawer, and it's a stupid joke to tell people for no reason.
Until I steal it.
Yeah, there you go.
Get shaving your head, bud. You should have stole Jason's mask and swapped it out with one of yours and be like, this one's mine now.
Yeah, it's way cooler than mine. He's still breathing.
He's thick.
He a thick boy. I would be hurrying up a lot more. Why would you wait?
Yeah. See.
And now Jason is coming.
Tommy, no.
Run! Trish is a bish. Dun 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 dun. Run away, Trish. Dun dun dun. You know what? I don't want to jinx it, but she hasn't fallen yet when running. I'm proud of her.
For once in a movie.
She steps over him, no problem. Why would you stop and stare at him? Are you out of breath?
Whoa.
Oh, this is the window leap.
Yeah.
I forgot about this one.
Run. Do it. Do it.
Parkour. Great stunt. Manages to clear it too. You can see if you look closely, you can actually see the padding that's in her back and around her waist when she jumps on the lining of her underwear there. You see she was ready to brace the fall.
She's just having a good old time.
Safe. She's breathing. We're good. She's barely moving, but we're good. I wonder if she stopped like that. Oh no, I was gonna say she stopped to make him think she was dead, but he waited to see. He's a smart boy. Jason's like, oh, I know all about faking dead, bitch. You can't fool me.
I seen the Halloween franchise. I know what to do. Throw it out the window.
Here we go. Barber Corey Feldman steps up to the chair. I like that he has the picture there to like for reference. I gotta make sure I get all the loose hairs right.
Trish, I don't listen to you.
You're not my mom. She's dead. Oh, she catches him too. Not often that happens too. She gets the upper hand on Jason. That's cool. I forgot about that.
He's just chopping out a wig.
Oh, this is where we get the infamous hand scene.
Yeah.
Which, for those who are watching on YouTube, this is where we got that picture from.
Shavy.
Shystily shaving his head with a razor.
You know what? Surprisingly, the haircut would probably be in nowadays.
Yeah.
I've seen some weird haircuts.
Oh, he's had it. He's like, you messed up my hand. I'm going to kill you now. But not until Corey Feldman comes in and saves the day. Because Corey Feldman's the man.
Yeah, he's the real MVP.
Well, yeah. Oh,
Jason, I'm you.
Probably threw him for a wing. Like, it was actually a good idea. This makes more sense than what's your face dressing up as the mom.
Yeah, 100%. Because he's just like, I'm you, basically. Like,
why are you?
What up?
I'm going through the same issues as you. What are you doing to me? You know, almost humanizes Jason for a minute. But no wonder he becomes a mindless killing machine. He's been tricked so many times now. He's never going to trust anybody. No reason. No wonder he becomes so crazy and zombified and a killer. Remember the 5th of November.
No.
Little Hugo Weaving V for Vendetta reference. Oh. And for when that ounce of weakness. I thought she doesn't get into his head. She just takes his mask off. What a shitty swipe. You had the kill shot.
It's because he turned.
It's okay, but now we get to see his face in all its entirety, which is super gross. So
I love it.
At this point. Yeah, it's gnarly. And here comes Tommy, and this is the turning point for his character. It all goes downhill for Tommy after this.
Jason killing Jason.
Yeah. Oh, this scene always grossed me out as a kid when he falls. This is fine, but when it's this moment, the puppet we were talking about earlier, this scene, oh, the eyes move.
It's so good.
It's a great shot. So good. Probably the best practical effect in the movie so far in the series.
I'd have to agree. A good chunk of money on that one.
But yeah, besides like really the original Jason hopping out of the lake, like that is probably the best practical effect.
Should have yeeted off his head, like we were saying earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Double tap. Yeah.
It's not over. He goes at him again because you got to wait for Corey Feldman to imagine the director as
the director.
Yeah.
Die!
He sees the hand move. That's what does it.
It's not over for you yet.
Die.
Nixon says die.
So he's actually interesting. He's going at a sack of potatoes, or was it a bag of sand?
Bag of sand. Bag of sand. Die.
Die. Die. I like when he says it too. It makes it better. Die. Die. Awesome. Gnarly ass shot. That's how you take care of Jason. Tommy was the only one to ever really know how to deal with Jason. I think that's why they keep him around for so long.
Well, I guess until the next movie, and then he's kind of insane.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the next movie is kind of insane in general. So
can you blame him, though?
Yeah, no, really. Especially being a kid and going through all that trauma.
Yeah, and you're just like, oh, man, I loved my little horror movies. Not no more.
Not anymore. Yeah. It's totally normal, but it doesn't mean the emotional scarring is there. No. You're not allowed. But bros before hoes.
Bros always before the hose.
So this is where this is like Tommy's birth essentially into the Friday the 13th series. What do you like Tommy Jarvis in more? This one, the next one, or Jason Lives?
This one.
Yeah, me too. I think it goes this one, Jason Lives, then A New Beginning for me.
Yeah.
If you're talking Tommy's performance level. And it's definitely Corey Feldman. If they just had some other kid, like it might be different, but Corey Feldman's just such a good actor. Oh, and this ending shot here, leaving the intention that he might kill next.
He's gonna be the Jason.
Dun, 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 dun. I'm glad we don't get another cheesy Jason still alive in attacks scene, because this is supposed to be like the final one, right? But just in case they can make more.
Good movie.
Yeah, that one's a solid one. I definitely really enjoy that one.
So that one goes by really quickly.
Yeah, and this one is because it's
special
enjoyable.
Appearances by the following cast: Friday part 1, 2, and 3. Bruh.
Yeah, do them all in just in case.
Yeah, basically.
So I'd say this one's my favorite out of the first four.
Betsy Palmer, which is Pam.
Yeah. Pam.
Are you saying Pam or Pan?
Pam, like Pamn.
Pam?
Oh, I get it. The M is silent. Anyway, alrighty, folks. So this has been another wonderful bonus episode of the Killer Kaiju podcast. We will be continuing with more amazing Godzilla and slasher, aka for right now, Friday the 13th Killer Madness episodes. They always debut, as always, on Mondays and Thursdays. Mondays usually is Godzilla. Thursday, we get a kaiju film and a bonus episode, which, I mean, every week has been the Friday movies. So next we'll be tackling, another one, even though this one was the final chapter. Where there's another
secret.
And it's called A New Beginning.
Oh my! He has a kid. It's a son. It's a Boglin.
There you go. It's the end.
It's a Boglin with a mask.
Alrighty, guys. So if there's any other slasher films that we haven't referenced about viewing before or one you'd like to see sooner, always feel free to reach out to us at our usual socials at Killer Kaiju Podcast or at Twitter at Killer Kaiju Cast. And you can always drop a comment below if you're watching on YouTube. As well, guys, if you enjoy these Friday the 13th movies and you enjoy the practical effects, we don't usually blend them over the two, but we definitely recommend that you maybe look into checking out the older Godzilla films as well and kaiju films we've been viewing, or at least listening to our podcast on them, because we do get into the nitty gritty about how the effects are done and why we appreciate them. And it's cool to see maybe an angle from special effects where they use things a little differently than they did in North America. But these films definitely have legendary practical effects, and we can't wait to dive into future Friday movies and bring you guys along for the journey. As always, guys, it's been Lucas and Josh. Have a great day.
Hello.
And we will see you next time.
I had fun. Bye.
Fun times. Bye.